Yo, from Kenya, East Africa, MORAA speaking truth. You feel me? Time to clear the air, set things straight.
Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing great. Happy Sunday everyone. Now I first want to start by sending my heartfelt condolences to our very own General Davy Jnr for losing his father-in-law. I saw he has posted on his community page, and he was talking about he was knocked down by a vehicle, and he was pronounced dead, like on the spot or something like that. I am truly sorry. Take heart, General Jnr. May God give you guys, peace and strength at this particular time. Amen. Guys, I have come across a video by On Trending whereby she was analyzing this video of Moremi's expose. The video that he did together with his brother Ernesto and this other guy, Lucas the Spy. So she was analyzing the whole situation, talking about how Halima may go back to her husband because the dowry has not been refunded, and because Halima's grandma is actually reaching out to Moremi to tell him to come and get his family, rather to go and get his family because the baby is sick and all this stuff. Yes, that's what Moremi said, guys. However, what really concerns me, or what really caught my attention, is how she was talking about this whole thing of, Halima, we told you that this thing is between you and your husband. Guys, she was sounding as though she was saying that Halima should not have left her home. And we all know why Halima left her home, guys. It is because this man, was beating her up. This man was mistreating her. There was DV in this home. And that is why Halima left. Halima had even hidden at a neighbor's house. Remember, Davy Jnr was called. Somebody gave him a phone call and said, come and get Halima. She is hiding here. And that is how, that was the beginning of Halima leaving Moremi. So when I heard her speak as though she is actually condoning DV, I was in shock. She actually spoke about Halima. This is between you and yes, it's between her and her husband, but Halima herself had taken off from her husband's house. She had gone into hiding, and she had requested for these people to call Davy Jnr. So it is not about people. She wanted help and she got it. Guys, let us listen to her. Maybe it's me who misunderstood this whole thing.
So, Halima wants to come back. Grandma is calling, come and take your wife and child. Your child is also unwell. How is grandma supposed to take care of the child? Maybe Halima is calling Davy and Davy is not responding. Davy is having other issues right now. Is it Brian Vepan right now? Is it dancing grandma? There's a lot. And he also has to get his cut. Now again, Halima wants to come back. Halima, we told you, tread softly. Don't run and think, oh my God, oh, he's driving me in his Peugeot that opens and closes. Oh, look at me, I'm above everyone else. Calm down.
Guys, it is not about Halima running because she wants to be driven in a convertible or, all this, this posh cars and everything. It is about her life. She was running for her life. She had it. Guys, is it just me, or does she sound like, this On Trending? Does she sound like she is actually condoning DV? But then again, guys, because it's a live stream, she quickly, came to her senses and she realized what she had done. So she had to do a quick fix, She had to rectify her mistake real quick. And she went on to say, oh, I am not condoning DV. Guys, clearly to me, it seemed or it sounded as though she was. So this is how, she did, damage control real quick.
At the end of the day, is you and Murimi. I'm not supporting DV. No, don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, is you and Murimi. And I made a comment and said, she will go and she'll want to come back.
Guys, somebody cannot be speaking, with both sides of their mouth. It is either this or that. You cannot say that this lady should not have run just because she thought she was going to be carried in this, big cars and everything. That is to mean that this girl should have stayed. There's no way you can advocate for somebody staying where there's DV. Guys, not in this modern world. And then again, you turn around and say that you are not supporting DV. Come on now. Guys, people ain't stupid on these streets. Oh my goodness. Now let us go to carrots. Guys, content is not vegetable. Content is not water. Guys, content is not contenting for this girl. Now, I have seen her going to analyze this video of Gintu, the one that he did with Trenchtown Boy, who is now Trenchtown Grandpa. Guys, the thing that this woman, she is just stretching one point, from Kenya to Timbuktu. A point that doesn't even make sense. Anywho, guys, she was talking about how, some people pretend to know their countries and yet they know nothing. And she was saying this because Trenchtown Grandpa was not able to know Cecile, this female reggae musician. And she went on and on and on about this, about how people, guys, I'm not even talking about this in the context of Trenchtown Grandpa. I'm just talking about this generally, like even if you live in America, even if you live in Europe, Africa, wherever, like somebody cannot expect you to know everything about your country. On a serious note, I live in Kenya, have lived in Kenya for most of my life, but I do not know everything about Kenya. There's one or two things you may ask me and I may not know. That does not mean I'm not patriotic. That does not mean I don't love my country. That does not mean I'm not Kenyan. Guys, and she is talking about somebody who has actually been away from his country, for a long time. Yes, you can be away from your country for some time. Even if you visit your country, you still may not know every single thing that is going on in that country. And guys, remember I have just said, even for the ones who actually live in these particular countries, even for the Jamaicans, guys, I know right now, the people who are watching me, I know I've got Jamaicans who actually live in Jamaica itself, this beautiful island. And I know that you do not know every single detail about Jamaica. That does not make you a bad person. Now, how about someone who has, lived, or rather who is living away from Jamaica? Some things may happen in Jamaica that they may not know. So these carrots coming out here with this combo reaction, talking about someone does not know a musician. And guys, first of all, this particular time that Trenchtown Grandpa, together with Kibe, met Gintu, they were talking about this Cecile lady. And I remember very well what Trenchtown Grandpa responded to them. First of all, he actually told them that he is not aware of this particular, musician. He said that he was even asking them, how do you guys know that she is Jamaican? Guys, of course, I know Cecile because, we grew up listening to Cecile's music. I mean, we grew up listening to Jamaican music, So, I know Cecile. But guys, you should understand, before I even get there, before I say that, let us first listen to what Carrot said. And then I'll come back and say what I wanted to say.
Awesome.
Go to the YouTube.
We can do that later, but I don't know her.
Okay.
You need to know her.
You need to know her. This voice is something else. The boys are like, you need to know her. Oh, we can do that later. I don't need to listen to her. We can do that later. That's not how we do the tingo here. Mr. Papa Kololo, you have to know her. Guys, send me someone that you know in Kenya. Any superstar, musician, something. I will tell you. And I will take you there. Simple. They tell Mr. Kololo, you have to know her.
You have. It's coming?
Yes. No, I don't listen to those music.
But to the real fact, you have not gone to the real point of the real song.
Yes.
She's always singing.
Yes.
So it's in a
My kids don't know that.
exactly. So guys, it's just onto the platform here. It's one-on-one live, and
Yeah, he failed to know her. Simple. We are talking about the kind of a person who will sit down and brag on how he knows Jamaica, how he knows this, but in the real sense, he doesn't know. That's just an example of the kind of a man that we are talking about, I just wanted to bring it like with a receipt to cover it up. So when we're talking about people who are bragging of knowing their countries, where they come from, how they're so proud of that place, but they don't even visit there, they don't actually help the people from there, they'll be running to the village, pretending to coming to help people back here, not going back to their homes, and they'll be actually lying that they know their places when they really don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They just don't know. Guys, if you heard very well, Tranchtown Grandpa said he doesn't listen to that kind of music. And then towards the end, he said, not even towards the end, immediately after, he said his kids may know her, or his kids definitely know her. That tells you something. Guys, there's music for every generation. And, there's some people who, my mother, would be celebrating and would be loving their music, but I don't, because these particular people were at my mother's time. There's music that I listen to that when my kids, hear, they're like, mommy, this is old, for old people. They say, mommy, and there's some music that they listen to, my kids, I may not even know those musicians, and they're Kenyan, So that is the whole thing. So coming to complicate such a simple thing, because you are contentless, and then talking about it, just going on and on and on about it, it makes no sense. It is so simple, guys. She cannot know all the musicians in Kenya right now. Trust you me, guys. When I listened to her reaction, I actually asked, my daughters, like, tell me the new musicians, are the ones that are trending right now, and they mentioned one or two names, and I'm like, what the heck? Who are those? Because I don't. And even if I heard their music, I would not even know. Maybe they're Kenyans. There's music I've heard playing, right here in this house. And I've asked, is that an American musician? Or they're like, Mom, that's a Kenyan, Or that's Tanzanian. Or that's Ugandan. Or that's Nigerian. Some people, I may not know everyone. So you carrots coming out here just trying to, talk about someone just because somebody did not know a musician. Now, this person is not patriotic. They don't know nothing about their country. They don't love their country. And guys, like I said, I'm not talking about this because of Tranchtown Grandpa. I just mean it in a general way. Anybody, everybody, even if you're Ugandan, you may not know some of the musicians, that your children are listening to. And there's some music you can hear, and you may say, that's the kind of music my kids would be listening to, not me. Because the trends change. Of course, there are those that remain constant, and there are those legends that remain forever, like Michael Jackson. Everybody knows him, from whichever generation. Even my kids, they celebrate Michael Jackson and they are young, And I listened to Michael Jackson as well. I know that my mom, obviously, knows about, or rather knew about Michael Jackson. So, Whitney Houston, these are people, the legends that maybe will remain. But there are those people, Elvis Presley, this kind of people. But there are those, like in African setting, people like Franco, Luambo Makiadi, yeah, people like those. There are those people who are legends, and they'll be there, generation to generation. But guys, there are those people who, it goes with the time, it goes with the generation, it goes with the seasons. That's just what I mean, guys. Let me know if you relate to what I'm saying in the comment section. Let me know if you if I'm making sense. Because to me, I feel like this woman is just flying, with any nonsense out here on the streets. And carrots, if you're lacking content, go and rest. Retire. Oh my God. Now, guys, let us go to the baby troller. The women troller. The women disrespecter. Is there a word like that? Guys, let us go to 𝐷𝐿. 𝐷𝐿 has come out to talk about things that his own subscribers are condemning him for. Guys, this is a problem of people just coming out here to yap. People are talking to the wider audience, a whole global audience, people from all over the world. But somebody is coming out to exhibit their ignorance. People come out here, guys, on the streets to talk without researching, without knowing what they are saying. And like I said, if you're talking to a global audience, you may find that maybe what you're talking about is something that they do. For instance, I cannot come out here and start to condemn people who say sleep with dogs, in their beds, like their babies or stuff like that, because that is somebody else's maybe culture or maybe preference, or maybe that's what they like. If you're in Africa, you do not sleep with your dog in the house. If you keep your dog, in the dog's whatever, is it a pen or the dog's house, if your dog does not even enter your house, you cannot come out here and start talking to the global audience. Imagine, guys, somebody is sleeping somebody is letting their dog inside their house. Yes, because there are people around the world who do that. So before you come out here and start yapping about something, condemning something, shaming something, guys, and making something look bad, you should first of all research and know if this thing happens, elsewhere in the world. Because if just for the mere fact that Rocio does something, and everything that Rocio does, you want to come out here and condemn it and make it weird. Like everything Rocio does is weird. Everything MORAA does is weird, and you always want to come out here and just condemn it. You end up looking stupid because now you exhibit your ignorance. Guys, MORAA and Rocio are at Watamu. They are still at the coastal region of Kenya, this beautiful part of this country. And they're enjoying themselves. They went there for holiday, just to relax, to unwind, after working so hard. They decided to take a break, go on vacation. Together with baby Maisha. Guys, I saw baby Maisha in last night premiere, enjoying the water, at the swimming pool. And this, I saw motivated MORAA to, speed up in his construction of the swimming pool. Anywho, guys, that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about this 𝐷𝐿 coming out here to show his stupidity to the whole entire world. Guys, just because Rocio spoke about healing with horses and with animals, this guy comes out to condemn it, talk about it so badly, until his audience, people started to tell him, no, people actually get therapy from animals, not just horses, animals as a whole, people get therapy from them, you know, and he was out there arguing with the audience. No, how? How can it happen? I've never heard about it before. 𝐷𝐿, you don't have to have heard about it. You know, like I said, guys, nobody knows everything. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Guys, listen to his ignorance.
How is a host supposed to heal you as a human being? Make it make sense. So a host is capable of healing you. Heal you. I don't know. What kind of healing, by the way? Animals are whole, not just horses. Okay, now talk about that healing part that Rocio is looking for, that healing. So how exactly is a host going to heal you? All right, guys, you know, I come from a different world from you. So when you tell me that a host can heal you from your internal tortures and traumas, whatever, a host? Okay, all right, guys. Okay, somebody let me know if you believe in that, but I don't. So, and it's because I have no idea how that thing works. So I was like, forget about it. Let's go now to...
Guys, this 𝐷𝐿 should know that this world is different. It is just like, you know, religion. Religion is different. Some people believe in Christianity. Others believe in Buddhism. Others Hinduism. Others Islam. Others are atheists. Guys, people are different in this world. This is the problem, guys, of somebody coming out of the village and they still have the village inside them. You know, he has not opened up his mind. You know, he is still a villager. Body, mind, spirit, and soul. This particular person. And yet he wants to come out here and condemn world travelers. People who have opened their minds. People who've traveled the world. He wants to come out here and start to tell them how they should live their lives. Correct them on what they should do. And yet he knows nothing. Guys, this audience of his, you know, they went on to tell him that, yes, indeed, animals are used in therapy. Someone even told him about how psychiatrists use, you know, some of these things to in the healing and in the therapy of kids. But the dude is like, no, you have to tell me. Somebody even told him to look it up. 𝐷𝐿, look it up. Instead of arguing. He's going on, no. How? Horses, animals, it cannot be. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. Of course, you cannot see it in the village. And then he also brought out, you know, his theory about how, you know, these birds, not ducks, some, you know, some of the birds, how they are used to know if somebody is a good person or if somebody is a bad person, you know. Turkey, you know, these are turkeys. So he went on to also say that, and then he is trying to justify it by saying, you know, but I cannot tell if it's true. You know, these are just things that we were being told. Guys, ignorance is the worst disease on this earth. And even worse, guys, you know, is somebody who does not want to be told, somebody who does not want to understand, because his own audience are telling him, guys, and now he felt like they are defending Rocio. They are not defending Rocio, they are just telling him as it is. That is the problem with being bad mind. You know, you want to stick to your negativity no matter what. Somebody ends up looking so stupid, guys. Imagine. If you don't know something, you do not know something. And guys, I normally come out here to say that we are always learning every single day. In this planet, nobody knows it all. Nobody can say that now me, I am even the professors of the professors, even the genius of the most genius people. They are still learning something every single day, no matter how small it is. You know. So this person, just because they have not seen something in their village, guys, that means that that thing does not exist. Tell me how damn that is, guys. Somebody tell me. Oh my God. And then he went on to say that he is going to ask his, is it Italian or Spanish or whatever, you know, friend of his that is in town, you know. And because, guys, only his friends can actually know if this is true or false. And I'm sure he was talking about, the girl who came to his podcast. He has done a podcast, an interview with a lady, a foreign lady. I don't know if she's Italian or Spanish. And so, he was saying that he is going to ask this lady. And guys, something really surprised me when he was doing this, interview. I realized that 𝐷𝐿 podcast actually has bigger hips than this girl. Oh my God, guys, let us listen to him.
It's called?
Ayurveda. Ayurveda is a Indian
Oh.
therapy.
Oh.
From food to way of living. From
Okay.
loads of things.
Now that now that I have now that there is someone, I have a guest who kind of share this culture. Is actually Spanish. I think I will ask deeper into this one because maybe it's something that it's something that they do widespread. But now I guess for Rocio it's extreme. What is this though? This thing working with the 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐿, I don't know what is that, can be a way of therapy, helping with the anxiety and suppresses feeling. Oh, okay. Okay. But now the question is, for us who have never tried that thing, did we die with that? We've never died with anxiety and depression or whatever. So we never know that kind of thing. And for you to convince me to do that, then I have to, you need some big convincing power. But why Rocio is not open to try MORAA's culture. That's the only problem we have here. Rocio is not open to try MORAA's culture. But MORAA will always try what Rocio is suggesting. And okay, Rocio will blend, the craziest part, Rocio will blend the, how is it called? Placenta. Rocio will blend placenta and give MORAA to drink. If they were in the village and she suggests such a thing, I'm sure that hell will break loose. But because now, I don't know, it's kind of juju. Me, you can convince me. You really can convince me. Then, please, Katia, please explain to me, all right? Explain to me how exactly are you able to heal with the hoses? Because I've never had something like that.
𝐷𝐿 pod lies. Anxiety and depression is something that many people on this planet battle with, especially anxiety. And there are so many therapies that people undergo. And this one of animals is one of them. And somebody told you, look it up. Yes, look it up. And, coming out here to just talk and, try to just cancel everything. I know why you're doing this. It's because this particular healing stuff has come from Rocio's mouth. Guys, he really tries to put Rocio down. He tries to make Rocio look bad. He tries to discredit Rocio in every single way. When Rocio says something, instead of you coming out here to just start talking, do a quick research. Do it quick and fast, because this is not the first time, guys, I have seen his own audience coming to correct him on one or two things that he has said about Rocio. He is always too quick to attack Rocio. And that is so very wrong. Because at the end of the day, it is just turning against him. It is making him look bad. How pathetic, guys. Let's continue listening to this one.
Nicole, you see, the thing is, help me understand. Explain. You can say, yes, they can help you heal, but now explain to me how exactly. How is that science? How will how will an animal help you do that? How will a hose specifically now in this manner, how will a horse help you heal your traumas? If you're unhappy, you will never be happy. A horse can never do nothing.
Guys, Davy Jr. came out to talk about somebody who's been harassing him, somebody who has been on his neck, somebody who does not want him to progress, somebody who is always there when he's doing his live streams, you know, to attack him, to insult him, somebody calling him all the time on phone to just distract him. You know, somebody who does not want Davy Jr. to focus. Davy came out to say that he had to involve the police, you know, and this person has to stop. He said that they were going to be tracking this number and this person has to be brought to book. Now, I found this interesting because I saw on 𝐷𝐿 podcast, you know, live stream, him sending people to go and attack Davy Jr., him sending people to go and stop Davy Jr. And I wondered how. So I was not surprised when I saw Davy Jr. talk about his predicament, because I thought, this is the people, you know, these are the people that 𝐷𝐿 podcast, Pod Lies is sending so that they can, you know, just, you know, be there on Davy's neck so that Davy cannot do what he's supposed to do. What is this, guys? What is 𝐷𝐿 Pod Lies problem? Just because Davy Jr. is doing live streams at the hospital where Brian was admitted. By the way, I saw last night's live stream, Davy Jr. talking about he has been discharged. I am so happy. You know, we wish Brian Vapor all the best, you know, and his healing, may it be complete in the name of the Lord Jesus. Amen. Guys, 𝐷𝐿 Pod Lies has come out to say that he is so pissed off with Davy Jr. How can he be out there, you know, scamming people? And I'm wondering, guys, how is Davy scamming people? Wasn't this Brian Vapor guy in hospital? Wasn't he, you know, done for surgery? So where is the lie? How is it a scam? What is wrong with 𝐷𝐿 Pod Lies? This person is the one who should be stopped. This 𝐷𝐿 Pod Lies talking about Davy Jr. should be stopped. Who are you to stop Davy Jr.? How can you stop Davy Jr.? Huh? Try your best. Let us see how far you get. Shame on you. You are eating off of Davy Jr.'s family's name, eating off of Davy Jr. himself, eating off of Davy Jr.'s brother, Davy Jr.'s sister, and you sit there talking about Davy Jr. should be stopped. He is a scammer. You are the biggest scammer, guys. This guy is a scammer, 𝐷𝐿 Pod Lies, because he put up a GoFundMe of somebody, you know, and I'm pretty sure even him, he is getting a cut out of it. 𝐷𝐿 Pod Lies, you are lying to your subscribers. You are lying to the world. You are the biggest scammer coming out here to put up a GoFundMe talking about some kid. Guys, I know that he is in it for the money. He cannot convince me otherwise, because all these things that he overthinks, guys, comes up with all these theories. Oh, Davy Jr. is a scammer. Oh, D is this. Oh, MORAA is that. Is because he is the one who's doing these things. Who can have such a combo brain, guys? What's wrong with this one? Listen to his nonsense, guys. Scammer 𝐷𝐿 Pod Lies.
Aaron say, I must stop that scammer. Please do, okay? If you can, if you really can, please do, all right? I'm so sick of him. I'm talking about Davy Jnr. I'm so sick of him. If you can do something, then go ahead, all right? Just go ahead and stop him. That guy will mess up that village. And you know what's even crazier is that even right now that I'm making this video, that boy is live, collecting funds. Look, live from the hospital with the family, Brian's update. My God. My God. How many live streams has he done in this with the same saga? How many? Let me see. Okay, all of this. Emergency, that was the first 2 days ago, 2 weeks. Another one 10 days ago, very sad in the village. Live from the hospital, 2 days. Live from the hospital, 1 day. Live from the hospital. And even right now, as I'm streaming this, Davy Jr. shamelessly is in the hospital.
This is your brain when you're...
And even that live stream is already monetized. Hey.
Oh, I'm so sick of Davy Jr. The world is sick of you. Look at yourself. Guys, look at this one. Huh? The planet Earth itself is sick of this guy. He's talking about he is sick of Davy Jr. So what? Who do you think you are? Even if you're sick of Davy Jr. So now what? Guys, this person calling Davy Jr. a scammer advertised a GoFund that nobody knows about. You know, the credibility of that GoFundMe. He is the scammer, guys. This particular person. And he is so jealous of Davy Jr. because Davy Jr. is grinding back to back. Davy Jr. is making money out of YouTube. Davy Jr. is minting, dollars, in a very, legal way. Davy Jr. is not stealing from nobody, guys. This guy is just doing videos back to back. He even talked about it, this 𝐷𝐿. Jealousy is finishing him. He was talking about Davy Jr. is doing videos back to back, 5D videos a day. So what? If you cannot keep up, if you cannot do that, just sit back and watch. Guys, you don't have to hate when somebody is grinding. Davy Jr. is trying to make money in a legal way, guys, from YouTube. He is not stealing from nobody. He is not scamming nobody. And if he's doing a live stream, talking about brand Vapor, and if people are donating, it is because it is true. The brand Vapor actually got that accident. He was in hospital and he needed help. So where is the lie? What is the problem, guys? Somebody let me know. Maybe there's something I'm missing that this 𝐷𝐿 lies is coming up with. He's such a shameless person, guys. Look at how many live streams Davy. Yes, Davy Jr. is doing live streams just like you. Do live streams every day. Who has stopped you from doing 17 live streams per day? Guys, who has stopped him? If he cannot keep up, he should shut up. Guys, this particular person was even told that some people get dogs, as a therapy with a PTSD. Is it called PTSD, guys? Remind me, guys. I do not know these things. And I am also learning. I say that I am here learning every single day. But this guy, he could still not take that for an answer. Yes, I have seen that, guys. I have seen where people are given service dogs, to help them in their therapy, in their healing, in their, for their well-being. If you have not liked this video up to this moment, please give this video a massive thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, take this moment to also hit the subscribe button. To all the new subscribers in the house, I want to say thank you so much. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. Thank you for always being there, to watch my videos. Thank you for your love and your support. Thank you for those who reach out to me, for advice, for therapy. Guys, let us meet in the next. Bye-bye. 𝐷𝐿 lies. Look up stuff before you come out and embarrass yourself on the streets.
I educate, put things straight, that's my fate. Truth teller, reality checker. Truth teller, I'm your protector from the lies and the fake narrative. Truth is what I got to give. Speak the truth, speak the truth. Speak it to set you free. Speak the truth, speak the truth. It's MORAA, your African daughter. Don't pay